Master. Gunston with the kick. He marks the ball. He goes to even the scores. He could not have kicked that any better.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Naismith. Timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. And the mark will be paid. Tippett on the borderline of his range. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Going for goal number 2. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? Sydney by 6 points. Bounce goes the ball.
Naismith has so much potential. He could just be anything. Dishes it off to the running player. Franklin shoots for goal. Franklin kicks it straight through the big sticks.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Big thump from Naismith. Gibson with the pass. A lovely drop punt. Nice contested mark by McVeigh. Kennedy has the ball. Bumps the pigskin. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark.
The Hawks just can't seem to retain possession of the footy. They're getting outmarked all over the ground, and as a result, finding themselves losing the contest. Lining it up with the goal now. Papley with the shot. Tippett with a strong mark. He plays on. Tippett shoots for goal. Misses forward behind. Sydney have the advantage on the scoreboard over the Hawks.
Disappointing kick there. Frawley waiting to bring it back into play. Nice hands. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
40 metres out. Junningham just squeezes it over the line. The Swans have scored the last 2 goals. The Hawks already trailing by an uncomfortable margin. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Naismith taps it. Franklin just got cleaned up and sent back to Neverland. Sends the Sharon on its way. Advantage. Nice mark under pressure. It's boot to leather. Good mark by Roost.
Hawthorn just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into. And as a result, they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. He kicks the ball. Good mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. He boots it.
Strong mark by Sicily. 40 metres from home. Sicily chips it to the pocket. It was all his. 25 metres out. Too close to the kicker. That's going to be 50. Roost with the goal. Hawthorn trailing already. They need to pick up the pace, and right now. Hit by McAvoy. Jack on the ball at the moment. Kicks it. They've conceded possession. Franklin handballs short. No one in the goal square. Sydney couldn't have asked for a much better start than this one. There's the bounce. Definitely palmed to advantage. I don't think he expected that, and that's what caught him unawares. Booted by Hodge. Marked by Smith. Choose to kick it. Takes that one strongly. Chips it down towards half forward. McAvoy claims it. Jams it on the boot now. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. 35 metres out. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't slot this one through. A goal for Hawthorn. The Swans getting out to an early lead. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Big leap. Gains possession. Kennedy with the running catch. Kennedy launches one towards goal. Goal. The Swans have the early lead. It's always a good sign.
Kennedy is just ridiculously consistent. I'd like to see a clanger from him for a change. When coaches have someone like him in the lineup, they can just sleep a lot easier knowing how reliable he is.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce is straight up and down. McAvoy decisively. Kennedy disappears into the sunset as he speeds away. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Takes that one strongly. Kicked at goal by McAvoy. It's going. He kicks long, but not accurately enough. It won't be a goal for him. That was a waste. They won't get on top kicking like that. I would have expected him to nail that.
Alia's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Burgoyne gets his man, holding the ball, puts boot to ball. He drops the mark.
Rampede picks it up. O'Mara kicks. The ball heads out of bounds. The ball has been thrown in. McAvoy got a fist on it. Lloyd picks up the bouncing ball. Puopolo read the play better than anyone else and takes possession. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. That's two now. He's playing well.
Bruce has got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
Jams it on the boot. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Works it across the ground. Nice work from Jack. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. What a huge goal by Jack. Sydney can calm down now and focus on increasing this 3-goal lead. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Look at that bounce.
Naismith is a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. Burgoyne onto the ball, passes by hand. Sending it on its way, Rioli with a strong mark. He kicks the ball, Gunston takes the uncontested mark. He gets boot to the ball. Naismith marks the ball.
Hand passes. Jack feeds it wide. Rowan gets the upper hand. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. 65 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Sockers the ball away. Nice goal from Cunningham. The Swans up by 4 goals. All is in readiness. The ball bouncing well. McAvoy hits it. Mitchell with the football. Superb handball. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Bruce takes aim for goals. Well, for me, a few words come to mind for that kick, but none of them are allowed on air. What are your thoughts, Richo?
And I think we can all guess what those words are.
Not enough help gained from that kick. It's not the score he was looking for. Aaliyah kicks it just in time. The kick just clears the line for a goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Aaliyah getting them further in front. All is in readiness. Look at that bounce. Naismith taps. Hand passed by Canterbury. He's heading for home. He holds his breath. That kick has gone well wide and hit the point post on the full. Free kick. Frawley feeling the pressure. Gets the quick kick away.
The Hawks are doing all the right things and concocting opportunities inside the forward 50, but they just aren't getting on the scoreboard. Smith with the kick. Hodge with a strong mark. Sending it on its way. Good mark. Rioli boots it. Mitchell with good strong hands.
Kicks it. A great effort.
He kicks the ball. A great mark under pressure.
McVeigh was clearly holding the ball there. Smith kicks hard along the boundary line. He has space for an easy mark. Kicks it. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. That drop punt works well for Rioli. Naismith had it, lost it. Sends the ball out into space. Jack with the bump. Sicily handballs it. Gets boot to Leather. The contest, no match for him. 45 metres out. Going for goal number 3. Roost skims the woodwork for a point. I would have expected him to nail that.
The Swans have been taking the time to size up the right option at the right time, so they haven't been hurt on the turnover, and that's why they're on track to win this match.
Howe thinks that was holding the ball, and the umpire agrees. He kicks quickly. It was all his. Spears a low ball. Great mark under pressure. Thumps the pigskin. Takes it well. Kicks. A good mark under the circumstances.
Hodge would have to be one of the most consistent performers in the competition. He's the type of player every coach loves to have in his side. He gets boot to the ball. There's no contest for that mark. He gets boot to the ball. That's a nice, strong mark.
Roost kicks it. Puopolo spills it. Picked up under pressure. Finding the running player. He runs for home. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. Disappointing kick there. Hodge pummels him, but the kick gets away in time. Burgoyne with the mighty fist. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Surely that wasn't the plan, Richo.
If you're going to kick that poorly, you may as well just give the ball straight back to the opposition.
Is in his possession. Nice work from Tipper. That's his third. He's doing his job out there. The lead has been increased. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. McAvoy thumps it forward. The ball in the hands of Franklin. A chance to add one more to his tally. That kick was gigantic. Great goal. I'm sure we'll look back and exaggerate the distance in years to come.
Franklin puts an incredible amount of power behind those kicks.
The ruckmen conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Definitely palmed to advantage. McAvoy feeds it wide. That was all O'Mara.
Well, the quality of disposal's been pretty soft out there, and that's enabled Hawthorn to rack up the marks. The Hawks need to cut out these junk possessions and become more attacking. It's going. Sicily claims are behind.
It's not the score he was looking for.
Sydney just seem to hit every target with their disposal. They're just incredibly efficient in this match.
One quarter down and 3 to go. Plenty of football still to be played. The scores are Sydney 67, Hawthorn 29.
The Hawks are stiff to be behind at the siren. They had plenty of it but just lacked finishing. I'm sure they'll have more of an impact on the scoreboard in the second quarter.
Let's see with the stats how both teams performed.
The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with Hawthorn on 10 and the Swans on 5. Both teams are neck and neck for handball disposals. Hawthorn with a massive 55 kicks, leaving Sydney in their wake on 26. The Hawks showing their superior marking skills with a whopping 36, while Sydney trail behind on 16.
Insightful, Richo. received their instructions and they're ready to start play again.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Franklin holding the ball as he's collected by Gibson. Jams it on the boot now. Nice contested mark by O'Mara. Choose to kick it. Nice mark there. Rioli a long way out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Well, he gave it a shot. That play is as high-tech as a campfire. Shanks that one. Couldn't seal the deal. The Swans with the advantage as they lead the Hawks 68-29. It's not the score he was looking for. Frawley playing on out of the goal square.
Burton can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match. He gets boot to the ball. Good mark. Hodge puts his boot on it. The mark will be paid.
He puts it out of bounds on the full. Gets boot to leather. Hanbury gets the upper hand. He plays on now. Not a very good kick. Parker gets it on the bounce. Clean tap by Parker. Frawley guides it. Able to grab it on the half volley. Tackle, but gets the handball off. He runs for home. If he was a golfer, I think by now he'd be using the reverse overlapping grip. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Taken by Stratton.
Hawthorn have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Rioli puts his boot on it. Gunston takes the mark uncontested.
Gunston aiming for the goals. Misses the goal and goes through for a behind. Well, they've got a point, but it won't be enough to get them back into this. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. It was all his. He chooses to play on. Smith passes it. Rioli pushes in the back like an old lady poking her umbrella in a wasp's nest. Played on. Aaliyah throws it clear as day. Bumps the pigskin. McVeigh wins the marking contest.
McVeigh's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Passes by hand. Franklin has a kick. Nice kick.
The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball. Naismith is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate McAvoy. Kennedy only claiming a behind. Disappointing kick there. The defence are doing a decent job of making kicking out difficult, so I'd suggest he takes his time and just looks for the right option. Gibson shins it. Over the top of the pack. A low stabbing kick. Hanbury with the mark.
The Swans are having shots for goal on the run rather than looking to hit targets inside 50. And why shouldn't they when they have so many quality kicks in the team? Rowan scoops up the ball. Frawley taps it. Howe gains possession. Puts boot to ball. He gets it under pressure.
Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. McVeigh has it. Dishes it off by hand. Mills hammers the ball for goal. Couldn't seal the deal. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Frawley has a lovely kick on him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions. The mark will be paid. He lines it up with the goal.
Tippett unloads one towards goal. Tippett executes the goal well. That's 6 in a row for Sydney. Sydney starting to exert some dominance over Hawthorn with the lead of 83-30. Lovely hand pass hits the man. He just can't get out of the action. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Approaching the goals now. Grundy holds his breath like David Blaine as he watches this one. Kicked by Frawley. Birchall has it. Kicks it. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark.
Smith can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match. Gibson kicks it. Hodge gets the upper hand.
Goes towards half forward. An easy grab for Rioli. Sends the Sharon on its way. Takes it well. Naismith dishes it off by hand. Hannebrink with the kick. Franklin intercepts it. Franklin shoots for goal. Franklin just manages to sink it. He's kicked 4 and he looks like he's not done scoring yet.
Franklin has his feet firmly on the ground and he's just a great leader around the club.
Naismith with the punch. He's got the footy in his hands. Has it now. Sends the ball inside his attacking 50. A nice running mark. Papley choosing to play on. The ball is thumped towards goal by Papley. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Frawley is a pretty decent kick of the footy, but you can always be better. He gets boot to the ball. He takes the contested mark. He kicks the ball. Franklin takes the mark. He lines it up with the goal.
Franklin with the shot. It's going. I can't believe it carried the distance. That's a great goal. Franklin stretching that goal tally on the stats sheet. Here's the bounce. Tapped by Naismith. A favourable bounce. Hits the running man. He runs into the goal and looking to add another. Franklin just manages to sink it. This one gives them an even bigger lead. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Naismith with the mighty fist. Quick hands allows him to get that one off in time. Scoops up the ball. Something has gone on behind play, and there will be a free kick. Howe sends one up towards the wing. He takes an uncontested mark. Kicks. And the mark will be paid. Slams it on the boot. Marked by Hodge.
The Hawks have been able to take more marks out there, but most of these have been from playing possession footy. They need to start taking a few more risks out there. McAvoy kicks for goal. McAvoy goes long and gets the goal.
The bounce. Good tap from Naismith. A favourable bounce. Franklin drives the ball towards goal. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. Disappointing kick there. He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. The bounce is dead straight.
Naismith is creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel. He hits it. Cunningham sharks the ball away. Franklin handballs it. A 1-2. He goes for home. Franklin has slotted it through for a 6-pointer.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. McAvoy with the tap. Tapped by Grundy. Tapped by Sicily. With the ball now. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. He scoops the ball off the ground. He's running hot, Richard.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now.
Naismith punches. Hannebrink with the ball. Snicks the ball away in time. Franklin picks it up. He's been outstanding, going for goal number 8 right here. Franklin just manages to sink it. 8 goals now. What a talent. They increase their lead. That replay shows just how good that goal was. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Tapped by Gibson. Gathers the ball. Gibson closes him down. He gains possession. Moves it quickly by hand. Franklin has his head down now. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Burgoyne plays a strong tackle and forces the ball to spill free. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Rampy wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. Hanbury just wanted it more then. He handballs it.
Franklin holding the ball as he's collected by Gibson. Puts boot to ball. Jack marks it. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Jack gets the goal with an ambitious kick. Sydney with a handy break, leading Hawthorn 127 to 36. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
McAvoy is really good at getting up in the ruck, but his directional taps need some more work. Canterbury with handball. Franklin heading in now. Franklin takes a shot.
The ruck's prepared to go at it for this bounce. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Naismith outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Parker gets the ball out of the pack. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Tippett grabs that one. Guided by Tippett. Canterbury picks up the bouncing ball. The ball is slammed towards goal by Franklin. Sydney over. The Hawks by 98. It's not the score he was looking for. Gibson with an easy mark.
Gibson is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. Jack slams the ball to his boot. Jack scoops it up, puts the head down as he runs into goal. Oh, he's missed it.
I would have expected him to nail that. Crawley clearing it out of defence. Parker has it. He plays on now. Jams it on the boot now. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Trims the grass with that one. Marked by Stratton. Sends the Sharon on its way. Great grab.
No questioning whether the Hawks can take a mark. I think everyone has seen enough cheap marks taken out there. The Hawks need to start kicking more direct for goal. He kicks the ball. He marks the ball. He slams that on the boot. Burgoyne with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to. Hodge kicks the ball. Mitchell, just the better man in that contest.
Kicks hurriedly. He takes an uncontested mark.
Rioli kicks the ball. Grundy wins the contested ball.
His kicks are like fingerprints, no two ever the same. Gibson looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Takes that one strongly. Stabs the ball. Great grab. And that's the half. The Swans 135 to Hawthorn 36. Stay tuned for the halftime show. What? There's no halftime show. Seriously. Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players performed.
Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close. Locked horns in the tackle contests. 22 to 12. A tight contest out there, and the possession count really reflects that, with the percentage at 51% to 49%.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Richo. Well, that's the first half of the match. Come back in a few minutes and we'll have plenty more footy to play. The crowd anxious. There's the bounce. McAvoy outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Wow, what a hit. Reminiscent of young, lethal Lee Matthews. The hindposts should be cowering in fear. He steadies now in front of goal. Hanbury will have to put everything into this one. Heads up the corridor. Marked by Gibson. Jams it on the boot. Hodge alone for the uncontested mark. Bumps the pigskin. Rampy, a good crummer. Handballs from the tackle. With the quick hands. Slams it on the boot. Bruce claims the ball. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. That was a long kick for goal. Good things come in threes. That's his third.
Bruce shown a lot of character with his recent performances.
And there's the bounce. Naismith lobs the pass. Sends the Sharon on its way. He has space for an easy mark. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. Frawley takes a low stab kick. He couldn't hang on. Very quiet by his standards. McVeigh with the tap. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Franklin holding the ball as he's collected by Gibson. Gibson kicks. Wins the hard ball.
Look, the Hawks haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. Hanbury finds the handball.
Going for goal number 3. Shoots off the handball. Gets a handball away. Has it now. Tippett whacks one on the boot for goal. Sydney leads by 99. All is in readiness. The bounce is straight up and down. McAvoy nicely outclassing Naismith. He gets his hands on the footy. Jack completely shanked that one. Hands like dinner plates. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 25 metres out. Sydney in front.
Tippett on his wrong foot isn't his preferred option, but he's still competent enough off that foot.
Interception. He takes control of the loose ball. Naismith aims for his man on the ground. And he's heading for home. Franklin pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball is bounced. McAvoy thumps it forward. Heaney aims for his man on the ground. Franklin has the ball. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. Sydney leads by 117. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check.
Naismith really wears his heart on his sleeve. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. McVeigh takes the uncontested mark. He hand passes it.
He gets another possession. Parker takes a shot at goal. Mills kicks it just in time. Patley picks up the bouncing ball. Frawley sends the ball on its way. Rowan takes the mark. Too far out to score, surely. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. What was that? He puts it out of bounds on the full. Kicked in a flurry. Burton, the better man there. He spears the ball. Nice hands. Hauk sends the ball on its way. Burgoyne with the mark. Burgoyne sends one up towards the wing. Nice work from Hodge. Kicks. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Puopolo kicks. Mitchell claims the ball. Kicks. A mark by Sicily. Going for goal number 2. Smith presents and takes the mark.
Smith has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball.
The ball is slammed towards goal by Aaliyah. The Swans bite 118. Disappointing kick there. Marks. Burton keeping calm, and he kicks the ball out of the 50. Kicks hurriedly. Hanbury presents and takes the mark. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. A monster kick will be required from here. Gathered by Papley. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. He grabs it on the run. The spilled ball is collected. Franklin, you got to pass the ball. Birchall slams it on the boot. Great mark.
Frawley told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time. Parker bops to play on. Parker takes a shot. Kept his composure then.
He gives it a punishing kick. Hanbury wins the marking contest. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Deft touch from Franklin. The loose ball scooped up. Gets it away in the nick of time. Birchall hands the ball straight to his opponent. What was he thinking? Sweeping handball.
Mitchell's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. He's blocked it. Burgoyne handballing to his own advantage. Jack gets the intercept. Naismith gives the ball to the running man.
Gets boot to leather. A good mark under the circumstances. Grundy gets the ball out of the pack. Smith kicks it. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Guided by Stratton. Advantage, says the umpire. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. But the Hawks' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot. He boots it.
The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Approaching the goals now. Parker watching the ball. He gave it a crack, but it sailed wide of the goal. Sydney over. Hawthorn by 119. Disappointing kick there. Slams it on the boot. Stratton soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Kicks it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He must have intended to kick that somewhere. I'm just not sure where. McVeigh with a chance if he keeps a cool head. He spears the ball. Gibson keeps that one low. Marked by Parker.
Parker is one of the cleanest marks of the football in the game. McVeigh with the shot. It's in the air. No one around troubling him there. He lines it up with the goal. Tippett decides to play on. A shocker of a kick. It's been put out on the full.
Stratton puts it on the boot. Birchall claims the ball. Choose to kick it. Franklin soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Hasn't got the carry. Franklin goes long and gets the goal. He chalks up another. The Swans by 125. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Guided down nicely by Naismith. Kennedy passes it. Franklin pull on his own with no one between him and the goals.
Franklin is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. That was a huge kick. Malcolm Blight would be happy with that one. This kick puts them further into the lead. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce straight down. McAvoy taps. Kennedy has the ball. Handballs to the running man. Approaching the goals now. Sydney lead Hawthorn 180 to 42. Disappointing kick there. Burton with a clinical drop punt. Marked by Gibson.
Gibson obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else. Naismith takes the opportunity. Good mark. Papley taking aim.
Gibson gets the interception on the bounce. Franklin shoots for goal. He holds his breath. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. Out on the full, the Hawks free kick. Frawley kicks hard along the boundary line. Does well to keep it in play. He's got the football now. He's had lots of touches this match. Franklin chips it to the pocket. The Swans in front. Disappointing kick there. Frawley waiting to bring it back into play. Burton marks. Sends it on its way. No contest for that mark.
Hawthorn haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. He wins the contested mark. Kennedy plays it on. He gets boot to the ball. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent.
Intercepted by Stratton. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Taken by Hodge. Gets boot to Leather. Puopolo gets it on the bounce. Marks. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. The ball goes over the line. The ruckman jostle for position. Guided by McAvoy. Hodge heads in for the goals. Roughhead the better man there. 25 metres out. A 45-degree angle for this kick. The goal for Hawthorn. Roughhead with his first. Well, they nailed that badly needed goal. Can they shift momentum back in their favour? Has it now. Lobs the pass. Sicily heads in for the goals. Sicily manages to sneak it through. A much-needed goal for Hawthorn. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Big thump from McAvoy. Jack with the ball. Lobs the pass. Intercept by Gibson. Kept alive under pressure. He finds the boundary line regardless. Umpire calls for a boundary throw. The ball has been tossed in.
McAvoy has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. The mark will be paid. That's a very bad kick. Gibson really forced to earn that mark.
Jams it on the boot now. Great mark over the pack. Sicily slams it on the boot. And the free for Smith. Stabs the ball. Naismith got under it.
Naismith doesn't have the strongest marking hands in the league, but he's certainly very, very handy on the lead. He slams that on the boot. McAvoy picks up the ball. McVeigh delivers a nice bump. Good mark.
Did you like that turn, Richo?
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
A high-scoring third quarter. We should have a great final term. What do the stats look like, Richo?
The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with the Hawks on 31 and the Swans on 27. A real arm wrestle out there with the possession stats at 52% to 48%.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. The final quarter, and it should be most enjoyable.
Even when you've played the game of your life, it's the feeling of teamwork that you'll remember. You'll forget the marks, the tackles and the goals, but you'll never forget your teammates.
Smith tackles and causes the ball to come loose as he brings down Parker. Cunningham runs in. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. Never looked like going through. I would have expected him to nail that.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, the Hawks might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves. Puts boot to ball. That's a mark. He boots it. Hanbury marks it.
Choose to kick it. Franklin made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. The long goal by Franklin. The goals just keep on coming, and there's no end in sight.
Franklin obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
More bounce than a dodgy check. Guided by Naismith. He has the ball. Gibson gets the tap. Controlled by Burgoyne. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. He spears the ball. Pick up by Rowan. Slams it on the boot. Tip it going for number 7. You wouldn't believe it. It shaved the goalpost.
Play on.
He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Their disposal efficiency has been fantastic, but the Hawks need to begin taking more gambles if they're going to cause some damage on the scoreboard. Heaney shoots for goal. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Hit by Naismith. Franklin controls. Both hands right in the middle of the back. A clear free. 40 metres out. Franklin likes his chances for goal. A goal for the Swans. And they stretch out their lead. That's 2 in a row for the Swans. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The bounce. Naismith. Not even close to getting a hit out. He might have to take a leap out of the Karate Kid and sweep the knee. Clean pickup by Smith. He lays off the pass. Mills slams it on the boot. Naismith marks.
Naismith is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Stratton looking for distance. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent. He slams that on the boot. Burgoyne with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to.
Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Sicily takes it well. Gets boot to leather. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Lining up the goal now. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Taken by Roughhead. 15 metres out. And the fans are riding this one home. The margin's big, but there's still enough time left to play. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball.
Naismith wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. He gets his hands on the footy. Sicily has the ball. He's approaching the goals now. He's missed the goal.
It's not the score he was looking for. Gathered by Prioli. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. Hodge will need to pull something special out here.
Puopolo may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. They're falling behind. They must convert here. Out on the full. Terrible.
Out on the full. Poor effort by O'Mara. Lloyd plays on. Brewster is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. They really need a goal on the board now. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Aaliyah delivers a nice bump for power. The umpire will launch it in from the boundary. The ruckman battle for position. Cleared by McAvoy. Hodge sticks out his hands and collects the ball. A great effort. Opportunity now for Franklin. Off the side of the boot. Terrible kick. He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the boot. Out on the full. Free kick to the Hawks. Stratton has it.
Hawthorn haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Interception. Tippett. Intercepted that well. Tippett goes for goal. Good mark.
Cunningham going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. 15 metres out. He'll be happy with that. 3 of the best. He's putting on a clinic. Here's the bounce. McAvoy wins the tap. Terrible timing by Naismith. Grundy with the mighty fist. Gibson controls. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Tippett winds it up. A big ask from this angle. Gets it away in the nick of time. Bounces favourably for Cunningham. It's not the score he was looking for. Puts boot to ball. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg.
Hawthorn haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. You can't bring that mark down.
It'll be a ball up on the outer wing. McAvoy with the tap. Grundy is able to grab it on the half volley. Gibson with the ball is in his possession. Kennedy decisively. Ball spills in the tackle, takes possession. Franklin is streaming past and gets the footy. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richard.
He has been outstanding all match then. Franklin shown a lot of character with his recent performances.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Naismith with the tap, passed by Burgoyne. Mitchell feeds it wide. A mark by Prioli.
When you look at the set shots at goal, there just aren't enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to mark. But the Hawks' forwards are dangerous anywhere inside 50. They just need to be given a shot.
McAvoy wins the tap. Terrible timing by Naismith. Choose to kick it. Jack with the pickup. Penetrating hand pass. Approaching the goals now. And he's missed. It's not the score he was looking for.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, the Hawks might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves. Sydney lead.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. One down by Naismith. Able to grab it on the half volley. Tap by O'Mara. Heaney with the tap. He's got the football now. Approaching the goals now. All eyes are watching. Kick that straight into the behind post. Out on the full. Crawley boots it. A great effort. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision.
Gibson shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Puts boot to ball. Jack taking aim. He gets boot to the ball. He's got the ball out even when being tackled. Frawley gets it off the ground. Gibson taps the ball. Tippett gets it off the ground. Birchall gets cleaned up. Stratton slams the ball to his boot. Rioli with the ball.
Kicks it. Grundy laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Mills gets the kick off before he's poleaxed by Mitchell. McVeigh with the mighty fist. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pad.
Gibson is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. He takes a strong mark. He gets boot to the ball. Good mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up.
Roost steers the ball towards goal. Give him a wrap and they'll let you down every time, Richard.
Too true, Dennis. That was a simple kick.
They've got a behind. Now they need to switch on because there's a real chance the opposition can go coast to coast and put them further behind. I would have expected him to nail that. Aaliyah off the side of his boot. And the ball goes sailing out of bounds. The umpires with a good throw. Punch by Naismith. Going for goal number 1. Canterbury nowhere near goal. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Crawley assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50.
The Hawks have taken plenty of marks, but they haven't converted enough into goals. That's why they find themselves trailing. Puopolo scoops up the ball. Mitchell gets the ball. Puts boot to ball. Sicily with a strong mark.
A long way out. Puts boot to ball. Steady hands there as he holds that one. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. From the movie of the same name, a beautiful behind by Gunston.
Let's play on.
It's not the score he was looking for. Rampy ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Sends it on its way. Jack gets the mark without contest.
Jack is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Cunningham marks it, lining it up with the goal now. Cunningham shoots for goal. A goal took the Swans.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. McAvoy outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Penetrating hand pass. It'll be a ball up. Naismith without a touch. The clearance by McAvoy lining up the goal now. This will certainly test him from this distance. Kennedy has the chance to add one more to his talent. He takes control of the loose ball. Jack on the ball at the moment. He smashes and bashes him. He collects the loose ball. Handball finds Crawley. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now.
The umpire allows play to continue. Tippett with no other option but to put it to the empty space. The Swans leads by 159.
Let's play on.
Disappointing kick there. A low stabbing kick. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark.
Even though the Hawks were behind on the scoreboard, I think they'd be proud of their dominance in the marking contests, and so they should be. Great move to be able to work into an uncontested position. He lays off the pass. Canterbury can't get the man with the ball. That's a mark.
Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between the Swans and Hawthorn?
The difference between a successful team and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, often a lack of will.
Thanks, Richo.
Swans will go in and win overall, while her loyal sons are marching onward to victory.
At the final siren, Sydney lead Hawthorn 223-64. That's it for us. I will see you again, but not yet. Not yet.
Cheer, cheer the red and the white, honor the name by day and by night. Lift that noble banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or small, Swans will go in and win all.